Belgravia with their song Slim Chances, and very honoured to have the lead singer of Belgravia.
That's me.
Here with me right now, Jordan Paul. How are you, bud?
I'm feeling emotions.
Emotions?
Many emotions.
Okay.
It's been an emotional time as of recently, but right now I'm ecstatic because I'm very honoured to be the first guest.
You are my first guest on the Sunday Sesh. I'm very excited.
Sunday Sesh. Yeah.
Very excited to have you, bud. So what's going on with Belgravia? I know you released your first EP on September 3rd.
September 3rd.
And how's it all going with that?
Yeah, it's been really cool. It was, the debut EP, so a collection of songs. In comparison to a single, we've only dropped 4 singles prior, and they were really cool. But yeah, in this comparison capacity, it was really awesome. The feedback was wicked. The reach has been awesome. Obviously, we really want to try and push more as much as we can and get it out more over time, because when you're doing a single, you release the single, it's a good time for a good month or two. You're just having a good ride with it. But obviously, with the collection of like 5 songs, you want to get your money's worth with it. So we're going to probably push that as long as we can for the next half a year or so, I'd say. We just released a film clip, second film clip.
Seen that yesterday, awesome.
Yeah, the self-titled.
Peter Rizzulo?
Yeah, with Peter Renzulo, that's right.
Renzulo, that's right.
Godly Films.
It looked awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of green screen there. And I was a bit lost. I have to watch it through again because...
don't even worry. We were lost when we were doing it. Yes.
So I don't know what you're handing people vapes or something.
Vapes, so essentially, we just. Did you ever see? This is great, being the Sunday Sesh, 90s, thousands inspired era of rock. The film clip for Creed's "One Last Breath."
No. Actually, I've got some Creed later on. But
we could chuck that on. I mean, I'm never not going to say no to that. But yes, the film clip was very corny, cheesy, green screen of the singer Scott Stapp just traversing through a wastelandish world that's been overrun because there were Christian rock. So I think it was trying to separate themes of like the non-believers and stuff.
A Creed Christian rock, are they?
I'm pretty sure. I don't think they started off as Christian rock.
Okay.
But Scott brought it in, and it got to a point where all the people that were interviewing them were like, "So how be your faith to rock?" But the other members were like, "Oh, we're not really. we just play rock music."
Fair enough.
So it was really Scott bringing that kind of Christian rock edge to it. But anyway, so we decided we wanted to do a film clip that was paying, homage to the greats, including Creed. And so the original idea was just, it's a desolate world. And the savior, myself, of course, being the front man, has to come in, and he comes out of, the world has gone into peril and it's turned to grey days. And the savior comes in and just fixes all the situations.
Right.
But as we were filming the original start, so we started off, went to Pete's place in Bassendean in the morning. We started off shooting the musician playing scenes.
Right.
So the boys just did their takes of a full take of a song while they played their instruments, what they'd play in the song.
Green screen.
Exactly. And when we were doing it, I wrote this blurb of what we were trying to get out of it. And then meanwhile, the majority of the boys were using their paraphernalia, legal paraphernalia, during the shooting. And we were just like, why don't we just make it about the savior brings these, because the world, legally they're trying to outlaw those credentials. So I'm trying not to say words that might get me in trouble.
I don't think it will.
So they outlawed these things, but in this storyline they're completely gone, never coming back.
Right.
So the world has fallen into peril because of that.
I see.
So the man has come with the supply, and he's brought. I bring them to the Evergreen, the place where it's all free for everyone to enjoy.
Well, everyone now they know the full story behind it can check it out. I've seen it's on YouTube.
On YouTube, yes. Belgravia Music.
And it's for Evergreen.
Evergreen
song,
the title track.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to talk more about your collaborative process, because I was talking a bit earlier. There's 5 of you in the band, so it must be pretty tough with 5. But we'll come back and talk about that
for sure.
Right now, I've got you to choose a few songs from the 90s. I asked for your 3 favourites, and the first one was a band called Fuel, a song called Shimmer.
Yeah.
Why did you choose that?
So this, I didn't want to try and drop the bombs on you, but this one is very special to me.
Okay.
As my father recently passed away.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, and I remember one of my very first memories is driving around in the car, and he bought this CD to this single, and it was just that song that always sat with me, and even more so now that whenever I hear it, it's just gets me.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that's why I wanted to bring it here to, pay respects to Mel.
Gives it special meaning.
That's right.
This is Fuel with Perth's own Johnny Diesel down Scarborough Way. Hey, we're going to talk a little bit about the songwriting process, Geordie, because your band, Belgravia, is a 5-piece.
Yes, 5.
So 5 personalities, 5 opinions.
Yes, many different personalities all clashing.
Yeah, how does it go? Like, who brings the ideas? And what's the process, man?
The process that we do now, it's been a process, trying to get it to be flowing. But yeah, so majority of how we write songs is, well, our bassist is always covered. He's just like, this is what you want to play? Okay. Done.
Okay, so basically he sits back.
That's right, he kicks back.
And just, when you're ready for him, here he is.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Like, this is the song. Okay. And that'll work for us.
I don't know him well, but he seems like that type of dude, pretty chill.
He's just straight.
Yeah,
straight shooter.
Easy. Yeah.
Old mate Brendan.
Yep.
So he does his thing, but when we come to writing songs, majority of the songs start with riffs.
Yep.
And I'm sure that's very similar in most bands.
Yeah.
And that would be Brody and Ryan's department. They'll give us a riff, and then we'll just be like, okay, this is cool. Where can we take that? And then we'll start to add some drums. I'll start playing around with melodies that I just freestyle. With the drums, usually I like to have the drums and guitar together in the ballpark of what the song's gonna be structurally.
Okay.
And then I can be like, okay, so that's how it's gonna go. I just need to find the melodies that fit in the pockets, and then I'll just start freestyling words like blah 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 blah, and then I'm like, okay, and then I start to refine the words. Okay. And then I make a song.
So you sort of come up with a theme, like you start getting ideas for, hang on, this is sort of giving me this vibe.
Exactly. So yeah, the melodies that I come up with, I'm like, okay, that sounds very positive, that sounds very energetic, that sounds very intense. And then I'll just decide to write the story centered around that feeling, and then expand on the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So
awesome.
it's a bit of a process, but we're starting to get it more streamlined, slowly but surely. It's some songs can take a day. Right. Some songs can take 6 months.
Yeah, right.
It's just crazy how it works like that. Yeah. The title single for the EP, Better Luck Next Time. So we started when Brody joined the band last year, May area. Okay. I want to say maybe May, June.
Okay.
He brought that riff to the band that he had for 10 years.
Right.
Just that.
Yeah.
Right. He had that for his prior band, which they all thought it sounded like Creed. So, that's full circle there.
Yeah.
So we tried to make it work, and I was going in this one direction that the band was taking it. I was like, this could be cool. And then 6 months later, it just wasn't like getting to a solid area, and then we're like, nah, this ain't working. This riff is so cool, so let's just take it and re-flip it on its head and take it in a different avenue and add. That's why we added that extra outro part. And then once we added that, we're like, oh, okay, so now we've got that, let's come back to it and refine where the song originally is supposed to go. And then we changed like the drum beat, changed the pacing, and made it a completely new song, which I think was much better. Better Luck Next Time, which was originally called Parabellum, Latin for Ready for War. because that's what the song's about.
Okay.
Being ready for the new generation,
right?
Taking the upper hand against the old generation, being like, it's our turn now.
Yeah.
But the boys thought that was too intense, for a pop punk song, which is totally fair.
Yep.
So then, we just started spitfiring song titles, and I think me or Brody came up with just Better Luck Next Time, and we're like, that'll do the trick.
Cool.
Like saying, these guys had their chance.
Yep.
Better luck next time to the next people.
Awesome, man.
Oh, Ryan believes that he did that. He's pointing in the corner. He's like, that was me, actually.
Watching on.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's being my little
cameraman. Trying to take credit.
Always.
Next song we're going to play is Evergreen.
Yes.
From you. What about that one?
The title track. That was the song that Brody wrote. He wrote that in full. He just wrote. Right. He's just like really banged it out one day and was like, this is a song I just came up with. And we all were like, this is friggin' sweet. We need to write to this ASAP. So that was, again, Better Luck Next Time was 6 months. This song was probably, I'm going to say, to refine it in full, was about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, right.
And that song is about how it's quite deep. It's probably the most deep song on the EP. It's about how everyone is so fixated on what happens when they pass on.
Right.
With all the multiple religions and stuff. Mm-hmm. Respect to everyone, but that's a big thing. Where do we go?
Yeah.
And my idea for it was just that, this place, we are in a place right now. We're all a conscious being of Earth. Mm-hmm. We could stop fixating on what we're gonna go to and just focus on the here and now and make this place heaven, the evergreen. We can make it the heaven on Earth.
Okay.
That was the whole concept, and it was, deep, corny, and lame, but I thought it was...
Beautiful, man.
Yeah, true. Real true to my heart.
Well, we're going to take a listen. This is Belgravia with Evergreen. Motley Crue with Kickstart My Heart, Without You, and Dr. Feelgood, all from the 1989 album called Dr. Feelgood.
Feels good.
Did you ever get into them at all, Geordie?
Yeah, I mean, I dabble with the classics of the tunes of the 80s glam, more hair metal vibes, but never really super deep. But I absolutely appreciate and respect the craft.
Yeah, one of my favourite albums. Now, you've got a few gigs coming up.
Yeah.
Because you got the launch for your EP.
The EP launch,
this weekend.
This weekend coming up. Yeah, so we've had this booked for about 2 months or so. We just booked it around the same time we were planning to drop the EP. Because, I want to let the EP breathe a little bit. Yep. Give it some time, give it some listens, and people can learn it and enjoy it and appreciate it more to see it live. Yep. So, this Friday at Old Habits Bar in North Perth, Toledo
West
area.
Perth. Yeah. I think it's officially West Perth.
Oh, okay.
I love that little bar. Yeah. I've been there a few times. It's hidden away. It's close to the freeway, so you can just get off the freeway and you're there.
The Pickle.
The Pickle District.
Pickle District, that's what it's called.
I'd never heard of that until recently.
Interesting. For that
apparently
one?
they made pickles there back in 100 years ago. Something used to smell salty or something, I don't know.
Smell a bit funky. I see.
But it's a cool little club. So,
for sure. We've got that lined up with a couple of wicked bands. We've got a band called Styx, who are like little brothers to us. They reached out to us at a show we played a couple months back, and they were like, we're just trying to break into the game, and if you could give us some insight. We're like, for sure. So on the label that we're with, Toxic Heart, we brought them under their wing, and one of the leaders got them tracking a few songs. So they very like the Chats kind of garage punk rock, just ripping guitars.
Okay, cool.
So we decided to get them on the line. We've got a pop punk band called Low Light.
Right.
They are like quite OG, which is slang term for like original gangster. That's what that means. But it means like they've been around for a while, but they had like a resurgence and they finally came back.
Awesome.
With a new singer. And we have the boys from Ellen May, who are another pop punk band.
Yep. I've played them a couple of times. Home, their song, Cool. Yeah, they're good. Really cool dudes. We really, really enjoy their music and their company as people. Just really good lads. Yep. And following the main act is Crailbone. Yeah, okay.
Which, these guys are insanely awesome dudes, insanely nice, but the music as well on top of that is just phenomenal. They're self-titled EP, I believe it's self-titled, dropped a couple months back, and it rips. I can't think of a certain title of the tracks because I'm having a blank, but I enjoyed it really thoroughly.
They're a two-piece, aren't they?
No, these guys, you might be thinking of another band. I think I know the band you're talking about. These guys are, I believe they are a four-piece.
Four-piece, are they? Okay, yeah, I must be getting confused.
Yeah.
That's not the one with Luke on drums, is it? Is that different?
I think I know the band you're talking about.
Okay. No. Confused.
Oh, no, yeah, that is Luke on drums.
It is Luke on drums.
That was Luke on drums. So they've unfortunately had a bit of a change in lineup.
Okay.
So, yes, you're thinking of Agamar. His other band,
Agamar,
which is a two-piece.
I am. Of course I am.
That's the one.
Okay.
So he was in Crowbone,
He's on Crowbone,
but I think they've just decided to go different directions. So he's still doing Agamar, and we love Luke Claybrook. But yeah, so they'll be unleashing their new drummer officially at the show.
Okay.
So it's really cool. They've got the whole lineup. The Lowlight Boys are bringing a new vocalist.
Okay.
And Crowbone are bringing a new drummer. So it's going to be a very new night all around.
Awesome.
We got a line of merch that we made specifically for the show.
It looks excellent. Like the green on the black.
That's right.
Stand out.
We've got one for you. It'll be at the show. Just,
okay, well, I'm going to be at the show.
That's right. We're going to support the people who support the music. And, but you can only get it at this show. I believe it might be 35 or it might be 40 specifically because I know it's a bit dear, but it's a one-time thing. And then we're just going to move on from there. And you can be like, yo, I was there.
It might be worth thousands.
It could be. You never know.
You never know. How much is the show?
The tickets?
Yeah, tickets.
So I believe it's $20 area online.
Okay.
But that probably will be closing early this week. Coming, and then it'll be just $25 at the door.
Okay.
So yeah, not too crazy.
You get along at the door.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You get to see 4 bands for $25.
5
bands.
5 bands. Sorry, I should say. The final act is your boys, Belgravia. I forgot to mention us.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
And then the following week, we're going to be doing a all ages show. At HQ, or the Y now, as they call it. Back in our day, it was called HQ. So we've got a bunch of awesome pop punk, metal, rock acts. We've got the Dependents. Those guys are 2 14, 15-year-old kids. And they rip. And it's really cool. And they always have shown love and shouted out. And they've released great music. Their last song was called My Dad Bought Me a Car.
Oh, nice.
And that was cool. It was wicked. But yeah, they rip. So excited to see those guys performing live. Followed by a band called Cities. Which I believe they're pop rock. And following them is another band called Solar City. Formerly known as the Child Kings. They are like a mix of like melodic-y, poppy grunge. The vocalist, I can't remember her name. I believe it might be Ophelia. Anyway, young kids. Probably like 16 to 18 area. But they slam, and the vocalist has such a beautiful voice. But they go hard, and the guitarist Will shreds. They're all like, I think, 2 siblings. And 2 other siblings.
Oh, right.
So 2 families have made this band.
Awesome.
And they used to be called Child Kings, but now they're Solar City. Main support is a band called Year Long Drama.
Oh, yeah, I know Year Long Drama.
They're
got a song called Beck. Is that have I got the right band?
I think so.
I think I've played it before. It's a cranking song.
Familiar with
but
so the 2 fronted girls, ladies, they AJ and Alyssa, and they have just 3 other bros on the other instruments, but those, it's really like those, they're the band, they're the name, they're the brand. And they're like kind of like Paramore, pop punk, not sad girl, but emotional, melodic vibes, but they go so hard. And we saw them performing at the Milk Bar recently when we played with them, and we were blown away. Incredible.
Awesome. Sounds like an awesome lineup, man. Where do you get tickets?
They are all on our event on Facebook, but they're all, I believe both shows are through Ticketmaster, but there's a link. There's a link on the events.
So go to Facebook.
Go to Facebook.
You'll find the Belgravia page. And
the Belgravia Evergreen EP launch and the Belgravia EP launch at the Y.
Cool.
All ages.
Awesome, man. I'm looking forward to it so much. As you know, I get to a few of your shows
yes,
when
you do.
I can.
Like a champion.
I love getting along. And I'll definitely be there on Friday.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going, what have we got? It's just gone 5:48 and nearly 5:49 actually. You have another song that you've chosen to play. It's a Radiohead song.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
So, I had always known of Radiohead, just the name Radiohead, and I'd known the songs that, you know, we all know, Creep and whatnot.
Yep.
But it wasn't until I met my partner, so shout out to my partner Gabby and her little brother Isaac.
Hey Gabby, Isaac.
Gabby. Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
We went down south to Dunsborough for a weekend.
Okay.
And her brother Isaac showed me the album OK Computer. Yep. And obviously there was a few singles that I'd known, of course, this one being included, but I don't know, it took me to a place, and every time I hear any song from this album now, I just think way back in Dunsborough when, they were just so topically ahead of their time with like AI and everything that's coming now. But the melodies and the music and the sounds that they all create throughout Radiohead's whole discography, but this album specifically, it just, it gets me every time.
Let's take a listen. This one's called No Surprises.
107.3 HFM.
Hey Jordan, that about brings us to the end of the show. Thanks for joining me today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome, man. Really appreciate it, and had a good time learning more about you and Belgravia.
Always pleasure, Radman.
Yeah, thanks, man. This has been the Sunday Sesh with Radman, on every week from now until infinity. So make sure you tell your friends and join in. And we'll see you all next week. We're going to go out with another classic from Queen. Goodbye, everyone.